What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I have a little bit of a weird video, an unorthodox one, but I think we could use some weird on this channel. We all know that Jokic and Embiid have pretty much been the two primary candidates for the MVP award for like the last 3 seasons, and it's like that again this year. So what if we pair those two together on the same roster? What kind of havoc would those two wreak on the NBA? It got me thinking. So today I'm going to put Jokic and Embiid on the same team together and watch what they can do in the NBA. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to use the Denver Nuggets, and we're going to simulate to the rest of the end of the season, of course. And then once we get in the off season, we're going to pretend that the 76ers absolutely implode. James Harden leaves for the Rockets. Joel Embiid is like, I have no help anymore. He requests a trade, and then Denver swoops in and trades for him, which again is never going to happen, but it's just kind of a fun idea. So we're going to get Embiid this offseason, and we're going to pair him with Nikola Jokic. Whatever it takes to get him, I'm going to do it, and we're going to try to get Embiid on this roster. So obviously, I'm going to have to turn him off untouchable and stuff to get him because it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. But still, I want to see what Jokic and Embiid could do together. It may not even be the best fit in the world at all either, but it's still going to be very fun to see what happens. So we're going to simulate to the end of the season. Let's get to the offseason where we can trade for Joel Embiid. So just going to lay out the playoffs real quick. Denver did get upset by Minnesota in the conference finals, which is kind of weird. And then I actually made sure that the 76ers got eliminated in round 1. That way we know Embiid is so frustrated with the roster right now. He's like, oh my goodness, can't do this anymore. And now we get an unorthodox finals I don't think any of us see coming. Timberwolves and Hawks. And you're going to have the Timberwolves going to win a championship. So shout out to the Timberwolves. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to choose overs or unders on your favorite players that you enjoy watching each and every day. It is available on mobile or desktop, and this is how it looks. They give you the number, and you're going to choose over or under on it. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine, whether it's soccer, NFL, NHL. They have a ton of different options. So this is how it works. You choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players, 25 times your money. Prize Picks has just elevated my watching experience to a whole new level. So if you want to sign up, I also have some of my entries as examples here. That way you can kind of see how it works. But if you want to sign up, links in the description. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. So like we usually do in these rebuilds, I'm looking at team intel, and I came across this. Philadelphia is selling, and they have Joel Embiid added to the trade block. It is crazy. Obviously I did that, but still we're going to try to get Joel Embiid here. So yeah, I try to make it as easy as I can to trade for him. So if I can't get him, I'm just going to override it, but I'm going to try to legitimately get him where I have the 76ers in a selling spot. And then of course I have Embiid on the trade block. So I don't know how easy this is going to be. He is a superstar. So let's see what it takes. So we do have salary. We have a couple young players. I know our draft pick situation. So we have like 2 that we could throw in here. So I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try to throw our best package together. So Jamal Murray, if I have to throw Murray in here, it's fine. I don't care what I have to throw in here. I'm going to try to make it happen. So we're still $4 million off. So Zeke Naji, let's go Christian Brown, and then let's go, does KCP? Yeah, okay. So that, I don't think this is going to go through, by the way. I'm just going to be honest with you. So 2027 first, and then let's say I threw Peyton Watson in here. Yeah, this is probably not going through. Yeah, this trade sucks, actually. So let's say it's Murray. I don't think I can throw MPJ on top of that, right? Aaron Gordon actually can make it work a little bit better. That's 3-star trade value. And I can't throw that first in here. So Peyton Watson, no, can't throw him in here. Once I throw Aaron Gordon's contract in here, yeah, they're not going to agree to that. So I try to legitimately get Embiid. That's not going to work. Maybe does MPJ have better trade value? He's got 3-star. Is that going to work better? No, it's not going to. So Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray. Or maybe it's not Jamal Murray. Maybe we keep Jamal Murray and have MPJ in the trade instead. And then, yeah, that's not going to work either. So, unfortunately, this isn't going to work. But I already, kind of made the goal of putting Embiid on this roster regardless of what, 2K has to say about it. So, we're going to get him on this team. I'm going to override this, and I'm going to get Embiid on the Nuggets. I wanted to try to legitimately get him, but not going to happen. So as you can see, the trade went through. MPJ, Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, 2 first-round picks, and Peyton Watson. Is it the best trade for Joel Embiid? Maybe not. I will be honest with you, but I still, like I said, I had the goal of putting these two together. So now we have Embiid and Jokic as our front court that we're building around. So I would assume you probably throw Embiid at the 4. I don't think it really matters too much. They both go down. So Power forward center, we have Jamal Murray still as our point guard, and we have KCP at the 2. So at least we have a starting 5 in a way. We have like one bench player. So yeah, we're going to have to get spending this offseason because we definitely don't have a full rotation right now. But that's what you do when you go for a guy like Embiid. So now that we got that figured out, let's go spend some money. So Bruce Brown, 100% is probably going to have to be our starter. So I'm just going to sign him right now, not even waste any time on that. So let's make sure we get him. And then day 12 will probably be our best friend as well. So we have a little bit of money left to spend. Let's spend this very wisely. So Thomas Bryant actually got bird rights on him, which is going to be huge, actually. So I think I can move Zeke Naji to the 4 because he can shoot threes a little bit. So he'll play backup power forward for us, and then Bryant will be our backup center. So we're not in the worst spot right now. Shake Milton, actually, and Reggie Jackson, he's going to go down overall, though. So Shake Milton might be who I spend my mid-level on. He's actually a really solid backup and might still go up in overall on top of that. So I'm signing Shake Milton. And then I'm going to sign Thomas Bryant as well to be my backup center. So that's going to be huge. So we get Thomas Bryant here. That's going to be great for us. And then we could sign Reggie Jackson to a minimum for 2 years. I'm going to give him a little bit more money so I can use him in a trade later on. I'm going to go like $7 million over 2 years. 14 million. You know, you get what I'm saying. And then we got like Enes Kanter. But that might be it. So yeah, Murray, Milton Jackson, KCP, Bruce Brown, Joel Embiid, Zeke Naji. I actually don't mind my backup front court. It's actually pretty solid. As far as our starting small forward, could be a little bit better. KCP, I think, actually starts to go down in overall, so I'm starting to wonder if I should trade him, maybe with Reggie Jackson, or maybe it's with the other power forward. We'll see. So if I threw Kinkar and KCP, although I do love KCP and he'd be like the perfect role player to have here, we could get something like this where we get like a 2-for-1 here. It would be kind of nice. Covington, Capella, we definitely don't need that. Baji, Malik Monk. Dorian Finney-Smith would be perfect, and we get a first-round pick on top of that. First-round pick in Charles Lou Dort. Ooh. Oklahoma City gives me Lou Dort and a first-round pick, but I'm not sure why OKC would do that. Gafford, we don't need that. This one's a pretty good, solid trade, but it doesn't really move the needle for me. I actually kind of like this Monk trade a lot. I guess that upgrades our shooting guard spot, and I also like the Finney-Smith trade, so which one do I want to do? I think we're going to do the Dorian Finney-Smith one. That's not really that realistic either. Not saying this video is totally realistic, but Grayson Allen and Pat Connaughton. I mean, worst case scenario, I guess I can trade Connaughton at the deadline. We can take on a little bit more salary, and Grayson Allen will be our starting shooting guard at least for this year. We're definitely not done by any means, but we'll take that at least to start things off. So let's go to player progression, and let's see how it's going. So we got Embiid and Jokic going down, but that's our front court. Jamal Murray stays the same. Bruce Brown, Bryant, and then Reggie Jackson went down, which I kind of figured would happen. So I'll probably see you guys at the trade deadline to make even more moves because this definitely isn't a complete product just yet. But I'm curious to see how this is going to go. So we got Murray, Jokic, and Embiid. This is kind of insane. I'm excited, and I'm optimistic that this is going to go super well. But the rotation around them isn't the best just yet. I want to get a little bit better at the deadline. I think we can make a move with Connaughton's contract and Reggie Jackson's. They want to start Eric Gordon, which I totally disagree with. Let's not do that. It's because we're running a defensive system. Let's run 7 or perimeter or post-centric is a 4-star. Wonder if we should run pace and space. We'll run pace and space though. So, all right, I'm gonna fix this. I'll see you guys probably at the trade deadline to make another move or two. So I'm stopped at the trade deadline, and I'm trying to make a trade with the Sacramento Kings to get Kevin Huerter as my new starting shooting guard. He would space the floor perfectly for this roster. So I'm offering Jackson Connaughton and one of my other first-round picks that I can offer here. So let's see if they accept this. They counter offer with Bruce Brown. They'll throw in Malik Monk, so I can get Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter. Yeah, I'll do that trade. We'll do that. So we'll have Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk. So we still both the Sacramento Kings shooting guards. They definitely want to have Kevin Huerter start, which I want to do. Think I might have to move Grayson Allen now, although he's, spacing the floor very nicely for us. We got Monk and Huerter, so there's really no need to have Grayson Allen. Although that's a lot of shooting, which I do love, we need a small forward. So I don't think I can throw. I mean, Huerter's technically 6'7", but I don't know if I like him at the small forward. Monk is, not going to happen. So let's see if Grayson Allen and Eric Gordon could get me a small forward starter, at least for now. I don't know if that's going to pop up. I see Covington, Marshall, Edwards, Isaiah Hardenstein. So we're going to find this here. Aaron Naismith, actually, not really playing minutes, but we can get a second-round pick for him, and he would probably, he's 6'5", though, a little undersized for my liking. McDaniels, kind of perfect. 34% from 3. Would love maybe a little bit better shooting. Williams also wouldn't be too bad. 42% from 3 could be a nice starting small forward. Anderson, slow-mo is pretty solid as well. So do I want Williams or do I want Kyle Anderson? Give me Kenrich Williams, 29 years old, 77 overall. We can use this contract next season to do something with it. So Kenrich Williams will be our starting small forward for this season. and he'll actually stay the same. So just like that, we should be looking something like this. So it's going to be Jamal Murray, Kevin Huerter, Kenrich Williams, Embiid, Jokic, Monk, Bryant, Milton, and Zeke Naji. That's really solid. I like that. So we definitely got a better shooting guard. Small forward, still want to address that later on, but we got, you know, a solid starter for now. Player stats wise so far, Embiid and Jokic are dominating, and Jamal Murray still getting some points up there as well, which we love to see. I don't know if I'll trade Jamal Murray in this video. He's doing pretty solid. Not really somebody I ever have in my rebuilds, so kind of happy to have him here, but we'll simulate the rest of the season now that we made those 2 additions. Garland's going to win MVP, Victor Wembanyama. So with both the MVPs together, that opens up an MVP spot, I guess. Victor Wembanyama in Washington is Rookie of the Year. Jordan Poole, 6th man, 80 defense player, and Garland wins Most Improved and Bickerstaff Coach of the Year, Harrison Executive. So here's your All-NBA first team. We do get Jokic making it, and then do we get Embiid? Embiid does not make an all... Or wait, he's a forward now, so there he is. I was about to say. Would have been cool to have both of them, but yeah, Joel Embiid, All-NBA second team. So we got both our guys still on the All-NBA teams. You love to see it. And then does Embiid, yeah, he makes All-Defensive second team. So we're only the second seed in the West. I'm surprised we're not the first seed, but if you go look at the player stats, like I showed you earlier, 28 from Embiid on 10 rebounds, 25 and 10 and 9. As far as the spacing is concerned, 48%, 47%, 41, 35 from Malik Monk, 45 from Huerter, 34 from Bryant. Yeah, not too bad. Everyone is on our roster is able to shoot a little bit, so I kind of like the versatility we have here. Now, I'm curious to see how this is going to go in the playoffs. So we actually match up super well against Minnesota because obviously they have kind of the Twin Towers thing, and so do we now. But we have the 2 MVP candidates here, so let's see if these 2 guys can match up well. Someone in current round, they upset us in the conference finals last year, but this time we're going to beat them in 6. So now we're on to the second round to play LA. They got Vanderbilt and Anthony Davis. So another center we got to deal with. They got Beverly back as well. And Clarkson, not to mention. Drafted Amon Thompson, Derek Whitehead, Terrence Ross, Chris Silva. All right, solid rotation. Game 1. They're up 1-0. They're up 2. Are we going to lose to LA? Anthony Davis is dominating both my centers. Wow. That is quite surprising. 38, 12, and 9. So we get eliminated. Definitely thought we'd win a championship this year, but Memphis and Cleveland is your finals. You're going to have the Cavaliers go on to win a championship. So it's clear we're not ready. Is LeBron retired yet? No, that would have been really nice if he retired, but I guess we got more work to do. My main goal this offseason is to get a better small forward. I think this is the thing we kind of need the most, so we'll see if we can find a way to make that happen. Naji is a free agent, but free agency, do I want to trade Jamal Murray as well? I wonder. Anthony Davis, is he going to go back to LA? He is. That'd be really cool if he left, but he doesn't. So what can I sign here? Malik Monk, $60 million. Wow, we could use that at the deadline for a really big trade. Give me Malik Monk for that much money. That is totally fine with me. I'm going to give him 17.4. That's as much as I can give him. And I'll bring back Zeke Naji. And Malik Monk will be on a big contract, which honestly, he might get in real life because he's been playing great for the Kings. And we still have money to sign one more player, which is really awesome. So we have the ability to make a big trade here. So Murray... Do I want to trade Murray is the question. I don't know if I'd get anything better, though. So 86 overall. Drew Holiday, Rozier, Dinwiddie, D'Angelo Russell. I'd probably just keep Jamal Murray at this point. So I'm going to keep Murray. No reason to move him, I would think. And then Huerter, I'm keeping probably Monk. Now that we have that big contract, I think I could use that at the deadline. And now let's sign one more player. So looking for a small forward. Williams is fine off the bench. Monk is probably going to be used at the deadline. So maybe I should sign a backup shooting guard. And then Zeke Naji. So Zeke Naji is going to be back. I guess I'm going to go Bogdan. I don't know how much he's going to go down overall, but he'll be a solid backup if we do decide to trade Malik Monk. And then Zeke Naji, I'll just bring him back on a nice deal. So now we're kind of in a good position to potentially make a big trade the deadline for a better small forward with Monk's salary. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. So let's go to player progression. Let's see where it's at. So we take a real quick look. Bogdan is down only 1, which isn't too bad. Monk doesn't like progress or anything. So yeah, Malik Monk's contract is going to come in handy at the deadline. Hopefully we can get something like really good. Don't really know what small forward will be making around his salary, but there's going to be someone that we can get. So let's see how the second season goes at the deadline. I'll see you guys again and see if there's anything we can get at the deadline. So here's the grand trade that I'm doing at the deadline. I'm getting Kelly Oubre from the San Antonio Spurs, 6'6", going to be able to play that small forward spot for us. We're swapping first round picks as well. It says 2025 first round picks. We'll take that, and that will be our big trade at the deadline. Nothing crazy. Oubre is someone I don't even get that often, so I'm pretty excited to have him. So just like that, Murray, Huerter, Oubre, Embiid, Jokic, Bogdan, Thomas Bryant, Williams, and Shake Milton to lock in the rest of the season rotation. So Oubre is our big upgrade, shooting 42% from 3, and then Huerter 42% as well. So far, spacing is looking phenomenal. We're the first seed right now. Things are looking great. So let's just keep simulating. Now that we got Oubre on the roster, let's see if we can go win a championship. Jokic can still win MVP even with Joel Embiid on his roster, so that's really cool to see. Embiid also up here as well. Nice. Love to see it. And then we should have gotten Coach of the Year, I would imagine. No, we didn't. So most proof goes to Jonathan Kuminga, averaging 23.5. Shout out to Jonathan Kuminga. But all NBA first team get Embiid and Jokic making it together, so I love to see that. And then LeBron still makes it. Wembanyama's making it. So we are the first seed in the West this time, so back on top as the first seed. 29 from Embiid. I mean, arguably, you know, Embiid kind of had better. I guess Jokic averaged triple-double. So, yeah, it's kind of, I guess I can understand why Jokic got it over Embiid. And then Jamal Murray, 17. And then 12.5 from Bogdan, 12 from Oubre, 10 from Herter, and then 8 from Bryant. So, can we come out here and win our championship? We get the Sacramento Kings. We made a trade with them a while back. They no longer have Sabonis. We should not lose this team. We lose to Sacramento. This video is in shambles. But we do beat them. And now we get Golden State, who have a emerging, most improved Jonathan Kuminga. Stephen Curry's playing the 2 spot, and they got Jordan Poole as the point guard. Interesting. And then Draymond is still here. So we should be able to beat this team, though. Somebody current. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I might have spoken too soon. It says give more minutes to our big men. I agree. I'm not going to go 8-man rotation. 41 minutes to both our bigs. And yeah, let's see if we can take down Golden State in Game 7. I thought this would be a breeze, but it's definitely not. So let's see if this can go well for us, and hopefully we come out here and win and go to the conference finals. It'd be kind of crazy if I can't win a championship with these two, right? So, yeah, we beat them 103 to 121. 38 and 17. Jokic almost had a triple-double in that game, and now we await the Blazers in the conference finals. Portland has Dame, Sharp, Jet Howard, Grant Nurkic, Anthony Simons, Cameron Johnson, Nasir Little, Trendon Watford. Honestly, pretty interesting rotation. Imagine being Damian Lillard, though, maybe just getting so close to winning a championship and you run into him beating Jokic. You know how depressing that would be? Game 1, Game 2. Yeah, I think this is the... Wait a minute. Let's not speak too soon. 3-1, and we beat them in 5. Yeah. Fortunately for you, Dame, just you kind of ran into a brick wall. So Nikola Jokic, Trae Young. I don't know why the Hawks are so good all the time, but here they are. We match up pretty well against them. They got some bigs, though, that they could throw out our MVPs, but hopefully we can just take them down here. We go up 1-0. They even it up. If we lose to Atlanta, bro, I'm literally done with this game. Bro, why is Atlanta that overpowered? Are you serious? Dude, like, this makes no sense in the world that Atlanta would beat a roster like this, bruh. Come on, man. Whatever. I'll run it back one more year. That's about it. The one trade I am making before we get into this season is I'm trading Bogdan and Williams, first-round pick, for THT and Marjan Beauchamp. These two are starting to digress a little bit, so that way we kind of have that going for us. And then THT will move to shooting guard, which he goes up. Not an overall, but he did move a little bit. And then we'll keep Beauchamp at the 3. So those are only 2 moves only move we're making. And I re-signed Murray, so I'll see you guys in the playoffs. Hopefully. I should be in the playoffs, I would think. So ran it back for another season, and I'm honestly scared that this team isn't even going to win a championship. I thought for sure we'd have one by now, but we don't. So we get the Lakers in round 1. They did beat us earlier, so I would not be surprised if we get bounced out here, and we are going to beat them in 5, though. So thankfully we get, you know, past them. Now we get the Rockets, who have Şengün and Jabari. They got Ian Jackson, Jalen Green, D'Lo. Going to come around against them, and we're not winning a championship today with Embiid and Jokic. Wow. That's actually insane. I guess it's just not good enough to have these two together. I thought that was an automatic championship, but boy, was I wrong. Well, that will be how the video ends. Detroit wins a championship over the Rockets in 7. And man, I mean, I obviously could have cheesed the system a little bit more, got a little bit of a better team, but I thought for sure just having like good spacing and role players around and beating Jokic would have been like perfect, but did not work out. You learn something new every day. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you did enjoy it. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.